is my decision. Decision. This is my decision. I don't think you listen. You listen.
Mic check. We're about to get started with the Certified Elite webinar, and those of y'all that were part of the Matrix training, congratulations to that. And I'm glad y'all were able to increase business. We're about to get started with the Certified Elite webinar, and those of you. Trying to see if we can get our YouTube our YouTube video to stream a little bit better, but we'll just kind of skip going. Let's see how it looks on our YouTube. Tonight we're going to cover business management, uh, technician training, coaching and leadership, sales and marketing, and some problem solving uh, strategies that you can implement in your business. So it looks like we're pretty good on YouTube. It is kind of lagging on my end, I think, but I think we're pretty good. So nice, it looks nice. I wonder if I can go on our TikTok. Let me see. On TikTok. All right, guys, we're live also on TikTok, and we're gonna get started here. And part of the certified elite is basically what it is. It's this it's it's a great way if you're looking to if you're really looking to grow your company, your collision repair shop, and you don't have the resources to pay to hire a manager. You don't have the resources to pay to hire a marketing guy. You don't have the resources to pay um, additional help, like specialty help. You don't have the resources to pay for experts. You don't have the resources to hire a consultant to be in your business every day, right? Because think about it. If you were going to hire someone that was really skilled, a really skilled manager, how much would he charge you per hour, right? So he'll probably be charging you about maybe $18 an hour, maybe $20 an hour, right? And so the problem that most small businesses run into is they don't have the resources to pay that person. So what certified elite is this gives you an opportunity to be part of a group of people and you have access to my resources. So basically, like, you have my information, you have my personal text numbers if you run into any issues. So that way, whenever you are kind of faced with a situation, you have that resource available. And so it's a very powerful tool to be part of the certified elite. And it's because, like, you get access to understanding how estimates work, how to write good supplements, different marketing strategies, how to charge properly, how to pay your guys properly, and ultimately just how to build that brand, right? And there's a lot of other things that come along with the business, right? Like business credit. Um, there's a bunch of different things that go into that, right? How are you gonna make your shop stand out, right? And so we talk about all that in within the certified elite, right? And so let me see what real quick. And if you're watching us, if you're also we're also on Zoom. So if you're on Zoom, uh man, ask questions. Like Gilbert, ask questions. Gilbert, if Gilbert's watching, just drop some questions in the comment and I will answer your questions. And so that's the whole part of the certified elite training, is that, I'll give y'all whatever strategies that I've used. If you tell me your situation, I'll say, hey, this is what we did in that situation. Let me see. Oh, you know what? It's because my Bluetooth is on. So Jay, can y'all hear me now, Jay? Jay, let me know if you can hear me on TikTok. Jay, let me know if you can hear me. And so basically what certified elite is, and what these calls are, is basically it's an extension, right? So it's someone that you can have. So look at it this way, right? So, like, let's say if you were gonna hire someone, um, let's say you're trying to grow your shop, right? And you need to hire someone to do the marketing for you, okay? Because you don't have time to do the marketing. Uh, you don't you like you because you're still doing the work, right? You're still the technician having to do the work. So how much is it going to cost you to hire someone to do marketing for you, right? Let's say you hire someone to make content for you and to manage your social media, right? They're going to want at least $18 an hour, okay? And the thing is like, you're not going to have enough. You're not going to have enough. You're not going to have enough resources to keep them busy. So, for example, let's just say you hire someone to do your marketing, right? They're going to want $18 an hour. Are you going to pay them 40 hours a week? Are you going to pay them 20 hours a week? What are you going to pay them, right? So whenever you start to figure that out, it becomes expensive. Okay. So what certified elite is, it allows you to be part of a network where you have access to these resources. So if you're saying, hey Stan, you know what? I need to figure out how I'm going to market my company. How I'm going to market the shop. How am I going to stand out? I'll give you some marketing strategies that are not going to cost you a lot of money. Like, they're going to be very cheap and they're going to be very effective because it's things that we have done. Okay. Because I was once in a position where I didn't have the money and the resources to hire someone. But let me see if I can start this again. Hold on, George just texted me. He said, sorry about that, guys. We had one of our guys, George, he's at a property and he's helping me out over there. So he's over there doing that. Okay. So basically what the certified elite is it gives you access to information to help you grow your business a lot faster, right? Let me fix this. Yeah, so it gives you that. But tonight we're gonna talk about business management, right? Because most technicians, and so what I'm talking, where I'm talking, where I'm coming from is most technicians that open their first shop, they're trying to figure out, how to transition. Okay. So look, this is perfect. Gilbert has a question. He says, "Hi, this is Gilbert. I own a small shop here in Phoenix. I would like to increase insurance work. I don't have all the equipment to become a partner with insurance companies. How can I attract those types of jobs?" So look, Gilbert, like, first of all, man, I give you like props, dude, for asking questions because see, like, I can talk about, I have notes of stuff that I want to talk about, right? But it's things that I think y'all want to hear. You know what I'm saying? And so whenever you ask questions, it's I'm gonna answer specific questions that you have. So I'm not wasting your time. And that's how we both get the most out of this hour that we have together. Is whenever you ask questions, you extract. So one thing about the education system is in school, you're taught to be quiet and you're taught just to listen to what they're telling you. Okay. But in order for you to really learn, and you have to ask questions, you have to start to engage, your thinking process and start engaging that so that you can start to figure out, okay, now I got it. Now I know what I got to do versus me just kind of giving you stuff that you might not even need. Right. So like, I'm going to get into Gilbert's question. So it's, he would like to increase insurance work. Right. Okay, Gilbert. So one of the ways you can do this is you first got to clean up. You got to clean up your the way you're marketing, right? And and so the way that looks is like, okay, on your Facebook, on your Instagram, on your Google Maps, uh how does that look? How does your business look? Because the thing is like, if someone goes to your page, are they going to know by the photos exactly what you do? Because see, I made this mistake a long time ago when my shop was called certified. I mean, it was called South Texas Custom. Okay. It was called South Texas Custom, but I was also like you, Gilbert. I was a small shop and I was like, man, I want to do more insurance claims. Okay. And it kept messing with me because I was trying to get more insurance claims, but I didn't know how to attract those. And what I found out was that when people will go to our Facebook or whenever they will go to our website, it said South Texas Custom and it had custom cars on there, but it also says we handle insurance claims. And so it was confusing for someone to understand what we did. Okay. Just picture this, Gilbert. Let's say, for example, you're going to open a restaurant, right? And you're known, like, you want to start, you know that you want to start just selling hamburgers because that's where the money's going to be at. You say, man, if I can just sell hamburgers all day, I can make good money because the profit and this and that, it's easy to make. I can teach someone else how to do it really easy, right? Okay, but if someone goes to your Google Maps and you have pizza on there, you have Mexican food, you have all this stuff, they're not going to know exactly what you specialize in. So you want to make it simple. Like, you want to make it simple to where if someone goes to your page, they're like, oh yeah, he does insurance claims. I see all these minor jobs that he's doing. And also one thing that helps with insurance claims is making sure that your shop is clean, making sure that it's organized. It doesn't cost a lot to organize your place. One thing that I always suggest is I'm saying, okay, you know what? Go into your business and just clean it out. Like, clean out a bunch of like parts you have. You have headlights there from 3 years ago. Oh, I might need them someday. Just throw all that junk away and only have the parts of the vehicles that you're working on. Don't worry about trying to save parts and man, this is a good fender. I might need it someday. Like, if you don't need it, or if it's still in good shape, like, either find someone that you can sell it to quick or just throw it away. And it sounds crazy, but what it does, like, it eliminates clutter in your business. And because look, whenever you start to accumulate clutter, you start to decrease workspace. You understand? You start to decrease the workspace. And so, Gilbert, look, so one of the ways that you can also attract insurance work is you want to start to visit insurance agents, right? And it kind of sounds played out, right? Like, oh, go visit agents, right? But the goal with the agents is to start to build relationships because look, if if there's a couple of DRP shops in your area and and those agents are using those shops, right? They might not be happy with the way they're handling their customers, but look, the way the insurance game works is like let's say someone has a State Farm, right? Okay, if someone has State Farm, that means they more than likely have auto insurance, they have house insurance, they have life insurance. Okay, so they have all those policies with that one agent. So if that customer has a bad experience getting his car fixed at the DRP shop, he's going to call the agent and he's going to be pissed off at the agent. But the agent doesn't have nothing to do with it. So one way to build that relationship is you have to go to the agent and say, hey, this is my name is Gilbert. This is where my business is at. You can look us up on Google Maps. So when he goes to Google Maps, he sees your legit place. Okay, because he's gonna look you up. He goes to your Google Maps. Oh, this dude Gilbert, he checks out. His place looks organized. I don't mind sending some of my clients over there. So basically, what's gonna happen is next time he has a valued customer, a client, he's gonna say, hey, you know what? Go talk to my buddy Gilbert. He's gonna take care of you because he knows that y'all have a relationship, then you're going to take care of his customers. Okay. Because he doesn't want his clients to leave him because they have all those other policies with them. You understand? So let's just say you go visit 15 insurance companies, agents, right? Maybe two of them work with you. That's just the odds. Like you can't get all 15, but if you got two, that's better than none. You understand? So you got to keep nourishing those relationships. And one thing that I would do is is I would spend a day, like it would either be a weekday in the morning, right? It would be the first thing that I do. So I'll get up in the morning instead of going to the office, I'll go do these visits. And it'll probably take you about 2 or 3 hours to do about 8 visits, 9 visits. It's real quick. So you go in, you maybe give them some snacks, give them some gifts, give them some candies, give them some cookies, or give them whatever. And it says, hey, my name's Gilbert. I just came to see how you're doing. If y'all need anything, let us know. You know what I'm saying? And that's all you're doing. You're just kind of going, you're just kind of you're just kind of being, consistent. And then if something comes up, they're gonna give you a shot. What I like to do also is I like to say, hey, what are the odds of us working together? From 1 to 10, what are the odds of us maybe working together, right? And if they say, you know what, it's probably a 3 because I'm already working with someone and we've been working for years. Cool. What I'll do is I'll get their information and I'll put 3 there. And instead of following back up with them every week or every 2 weeks, I might follow up with them maybe like once a month. Okay. Because the odds of us doing business are not that high. Let's just say if I go visit someone and they say, you know what, right now, man, our guy that we've been using, he's been kind of taking. And if one thing about the auto body industry, automotive industry is like you pretty much know everybody and how they do business, right? So, for example, if he says, yeah, we're using this AZ collision shop over here, you know how that shop works, okay? So you can say, okay, is there something that they're doing that maybe you're not happy with that you wish they did? And he might be like, yeah, you know what, I wish they would just kind of be faster. Or I wish they would kind of have a cleaner place, or I wish they would maybe just keep me more updated, or whatever the case, right? And so you try to see if you can cater to that need. And so it's really building relationship with the insurance companies, but most importantly is your branding. How are you branding your business? What's the name of your company, Gilbert? If I can ask, what's the name of your company, Gilbert? All right. So Auto Trends LLC. So like, see, Auto Trends, uh, that's a good name, but it sounds like you sell accessories. It sounds like you sell auto accessories, you know? So the name is really important because people are going to remember, they're going to remember the name. And so if they're looking up places, they might say auto trends. That sounds like a detail place, or it sounds like they might sell auto accessories. Uh, you know, that's just kind of my opinion. But it took us a while to come up with our name, Certified Collision Works, because we were trying different names that kind of, made the people think, oh yeah, that they do collision repairs, right? So also too, with if you put paint and body, they might get it confused too with like restoration. Uh, so you try to use the same words that they're using, so that it sounds familiar. Uh, one of the things too is like we can go into some stuff about marketing. Is most people that I talk to, they want to market, and they always want to go to Facebook first. They say, hey man, I want to market on Facebook, and I want to promote on Facebook, and I want to boost my post, and I want to do all this stuff, right? Well, Facebook is going to be the last option. Like, it's going to be the last thing you should be doing. Okay? Because if you're just starting off, you don't have no way to track the people that look on that paper, or look at the ad, or look at the picture you post, or whatever. Just because they like it, the like doesn't give you money. Okay? So we gotta create something that gives you return on investment. Okay. So what a return on investment is like, if you spend $200, you want to know if you can make, get two jobs out of that, because the average collision claim is about $3,300. So basically, like, you see what the numbers are. Yes, our social media shows a lot of small dents, scratches, and paint jobs. We are experienced to do heavy collision. Okay. So on your page, uh okay, on your social media, are you doing okay, on the social, this is one thing you can do with social media, and this is game changer, right? So you can, instead of really posting pictures of the dent and all this stuff, post information that's valuable. So for example, let's say, for example, you're gonna paint a fender, right? Okay, you're replacing a fender on a 2020 Silverado, right? Okay, so instead of putting before and after, say, hey, my name is Gilbert. I'm with Auto Trends. Uh, on this particular vehicle, what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace the fender with the OEM fender. OEM stands for a factory part. Aftermarket is like a generic part. So there's two different kind of parts. But on this particular part, once we put the fender on there, we're gonna have to blend the door. And the reason why we blend the door is so that the color difference matches up. You know what I'm saying? And you can also talk about the different variances. You can say, look, each vehicle has different variances. This is how we get our different colors, and maybe show them like the color chip book or something, or maybe you take a camera shot. So what you're doing is you're educating them. And whenever you educate them and you teach them something new, you become an expert in that field. You understand? So now instead of you competing with the other person that's showing before and after pictures, you're actually like giving them more value. You understand? You're giving them way more value than the guy that's just showing them the picture. And plus, they're seeing your face. You understand? They're seeing your face, so now you're becoming familiar. So whenever they go to your place, they feel like they already know you because you already shared all these videos with them. You understand? That's going to give you more business than doing the before and after, right? You can also do like, if also what works pretty cool too is like, if you do some cool transition videos on TikTok, those are pretty cool, like before and after, and like kind of do like a transition, and maybe put your city and your shop. Those are pretty cool because people are strolling through their phone, and it's real quick, and it's almost like in a video. It's almost in a video sense, right? So those actually attract. One thing that you can also do is make a link tree. So the link tree, what's cool about the link tree, you can actually get it free, or you can actually pay for it, right? But the difference on the link tree is that you can actually see if people are clicking on what they're clicking on, right? So for example, if you post a video on Facebook and you're sharing, hey, my name is Gilbert. This is what we're doing on this 2000 Chevy pickup. we had to color blend the door. What a color blend is we kind of blend over the paint, and then we use 3 coats of clear coat, and the clear coat that we use has UV protective, so it protects against the sun, so it doesn't burn out. So and actually maybe show them the brand, say this is the high end clear. This is what they use on the factory. This is really high end. It's going to last you a very long time. And so now you're kind of just sharing value, right? And you're going to become an expert in this thing. You know what I mean? Uh, and the link tree is a way to track to see if they're clicking on the thing, right? So you can actually set up a link tree, and what the link tree is, if you don't know what it is, it's a place where you can put all your different platforms. So whenever they click on the link tree, you can have your Google Maps there, you can have your Yelp, you can have your Instagram, and you can have your YouTube, and you can actually see where they're going. You can also make it's called a Google Doc. A Google form, and you can add the Google form on there, so they can actually fill that out if they have questions about getting their car fixed. So what you're doing is you're leading them to a call of action, and so you don't want to lead them to a dead end. A lot of times, whenever you post before and after pictures, like, what are they supposed to do? Like, dislike it? See, you want to you want to start to lead them in a direction, because let's just say you make a video and they're like, man, this guy Gilbert like knows what he's talking about. He just made a video about the different kind of wipers, or he made a video about how to clear your headlights, how to take the yellow out of your headlights. And man, he has a shop. Okay, let me go to their Google Maps because I see the link tree. They go to your Google Maps. Oh, he does insurance claims. Bam. See, so now you're leading them to something. You understand? You're leading them to let them know what you do. And you want to make sure that everything kind of flows. It makes sense. You don't want to make a video about about doing an insurance claim, or hey, we got this insurance claim, and the suspension's damaged. We're gonna have to replace the shock. We have to the airbags or whatever. And then they go to your link tree and they go to your Google Maps and they see you doing restoration work, or they see you with candy paint. They see you like, and so you kind of lost them already. They're like, what does exactly this guy do? Like, does he do like custom work or what? Because whenever someone gets in an accident, maybe it's a small dent, they're not gonna think about you because they're like, oh, that guy does custom work. He just probably doesn't do small dents. I hope that I was able to answer your question, Gilbert. But we can stay on the marketing thing. And so one way you can do your videos for the marketing is you can just pre-record them, and you can use CapCut. You can use CapCut, and then that way you have that one video, and you can post that video on your YouTube stories, uh, Instagram, and Facebook, and Shorts. You could post them all on all those platforms. Don't use the like don't use a TikTok post on your Facebook. Like, you don't want the logos on there. So uh you want every video to be separate. And so back to what I was saying about the certified elite program, is that is a monthly thing, like, that people pay every month to be part of. But like I said, they have access to this information, because if they're dealing with something, just like Gilbert's like, hey, how do I get more insurance claims? We'll jump on a call. I'll make a video. I'll say, hey, this is how you do it. This is what you can do. This is some strategies, and we'll see how it goes from there. If that doesn't work, then we'll try something else. There's some other levels that you can get, that you can also experiment with, and some of those are being parts of city organizations. What I mean with city organizations is there's a lot of nonprofits in your area. What city do you live in? You're in Phoenix, okay? So in Phoenix, they're gonna have they have the Better Business Bureau, right? So that's actually like an association that you can be part of. And so by being part of that, all you're doing is you're networking with other business owners. You understand? And that's also gonna drive you business, right? Yeah, Gilbert, make videos, show your experience, like explain your experience. think about this, like how can you educate the customer so that they're better prepared if they get in an accident? You know what I'm saying? One thing you can do is make videos on, what to do if they get in an accident. Like for us, we every Tuesday we have a podcast at 7. It's called the Certified Podcast, and we talk about what to do if you get in an accident. We talk about local news, and what we're doing is we're just educating the public on what to do if they get in an accident. That way, if something comes up, they remember who we were. You know what I'm saying? So, Gilbert, definitely you use. So one thing that people make a mistake on is they'll just focus on Google Maps, because everybody, like, they'll say, okay, Google Maps, that I'm gonna just do my Google Maps, right? But not everybody uses Google Maps. Some people use Yelp. Some people use Yellow Pages. Some people use I think it's called Nextdoor. Some people use Angie's List. Like all those platforms, there's those are small communities of people. You understand? Those are small communities of people that might need some work done. So that's a common mistake that a lot of shops make, is they want to go straight to becoming a direct repair shop with the insurance company. And so you have to look at one of the things that we do like a discovery call, right? And so what the discovery call does is we try to figure out, okay, Gilbert, and this is how we go through a discovery call, is we'll say, okay, Gilbert, what are we going to do in the next 5 years? Or what are we going to do in the next 10 years? What do you want the business to look like? And we kind of project backwards to see, okay, is the business in a position, or is the business in an environment to do those numbers? Okay. And so, like, for example, like the size of our shop is 8,500 square feet. Okay. And in our shop, we could possibly become a DRP shop, right? But we can also be very selective of who we want to work with, because you don't just want to get any DRP shop. You want to make sure that there's an agreed relationship. And plus, you want to make sure that you want to make sure what the outcome is. Like, what are you trying to accomplish with having them there, Because they will lock you in, and they will, you can make money, but you got to figure out what you're going to do. You don't want to just keep making the money and spending it, because you got to have an out game. It's called, an exit. You got to figure out what the exit is, because if not, you're going to get all this work. You're going to do all this, make all this money, and you're not going to have a proper exit, and you're going to get burnt out. So I hope that was helpful, Gilbert. We also have, I think it's Francisco, and we have Miss Salazar on our TikTok. Miss Salazar. But I hope that was able to answer your question, Gilbert, on that. And on the heavy hits, Gil, one of the things about the heavy hits, we used to do a lot of heavy hits. What, if I can ask you a couple questions, what kind of heavy hits are y'all doing exactly? Are y'all doing like, because the heavy hits can cost you money. Like if you actually do the numbers on the heavy hits, they could cost you more money. So you got to be careful with those. Even though they're big checks. Okay, framework. Are you doing like sectioning, panel replacement, like rollover airbags, engine? Like, are you removing engines? The reason why I'm asking is because, okay, you're doing the whole thing. Okay, so maybe take some time and look to see, okay, what is it costing us? Okay, because look, you might have some heavy hits in there. Okay, and the thing is, like, you get caught up on the big dollar amount, but if you actually break down how much time it took you, you might not be making that much on those bigger jobs. They look good because you're like, man, it's a good job, it's a big check, it looks good, but what it goes in, what's involved in getting that done, right? And let me ask you this: would it be better for you to do like mid jobs? You know what I'm saying? Where they're quick turnarounds. Because if you have the staff to do, frame jobs and airbags and all that stuff, then you're fully equipped to do like quick turnaround jobs where you're not having to do frame sections, you're not having to do frame replacement, airbags and all this stuff because sometimes those can eat you up. You know what I mean? Because you want to kind of keep things moving the cycle time as fast as possible. You know, because whenever you have a technician on a heavy hit, you basically tie that technician up. You tie them up from doing smaller jobs because it's such a big job. And if they do smaller jobs, then the big one it falls behind. You get where I'm at here? Oh, it's so hot in Arizona. Okay. So you can also figure out your niche. Okay. You so when I say niche, you can figure out what you're going to specialize in the collision area. Because look, if you're doing if you're doing like if you're doing complete paint jobs, you're doing heavy hits, you're doing minor repairs, like you're doing all these different kind of jobs, it might be better off if you just focus on one. Like for example, we don't do any uh complete paint jobs because they bottleneck the shop. Like, you're having to R&I everything on the car. You're having a color sand and buff. You're having to like, it's very time consuming. And also like it can cost you money. So one thing that our niche is like we do minor repairs all the way up to like maybe a few airbags, but very rare we do airbags. If the vehicle is not drivable, if the suspension is ripped off, we probably won't do it because we're gonna have to move that car around with the forklift, or it just becomes more hassle. And so our thing is like, okay, let's stay within our niche and let's focus on the jobs that we can get in and out fast. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. So see, like, so uh Gilbert, so the thing with that is like you got to start to do this marketing stuff. The reason why you start to do the marketing is because if you have a word of mouth, or if you're just promoting on like a marketplace, that's a certain kind of demographic there. That's a certain kind of customer, right? And so more than likely those customers are trying to save money. For example, if you're promoting on Craigslist full paint jobs, most people that go to Craigslist are trying to find a good deal. So that might not be where your money's at. That might be like an economy shop. You know what I'm saying? Those jobs might be better off for an economy shop. For example, like, if someone comes to us and they have a bunch of rust and the vehicle's old, and we know that, you can't just, patch it up real quick because it's gonna come back. We'll send them to another guy down the street that does like a bunch of like economy paint jobs. You know what I'm saying? Because we know like that's not our thing. So the way that we would do that is we have to, figure out a different marketing strategy for one. And then once you start to market more and you start to go to these insurance agents, maybe join some nonprofits, you're going to start to attract a different kind of clientele that is willing to pay for your service. You know what I'm saying? They're willing to pay the full price for what you're going to give them versus, having to give people a deal. And yeah, people want the cheapest deal, but uh you're not going to make any money like that because especially if you're doing a full paint job, like the amount of work that goes into that, and especially if you're going to use good material, like it costs a lot of money. So where else are you marketing at, Gilbert, if I can ask? Hey, Francisco, if you have any questions, Francisco, go ahead and shoot the questions, man. Well, I'm going to be on for a little bit longer. but I can definitely okay, Yelp and Google, okay, but that's good. So we need to start making some visits, some office visits to agents, and one thing that we can also focus on is we can work on. So this is what I'll do with Gilbert, right? Is we'll get him in the certified elite, and then we'll say, okay, Gilbert, what our next strategy here is we're gonna focus on agents, and I have a list of it's called the pipeline of how to track all that stuff, and then we're gonna go after vendors, fleet accounts. We're gonna go after fleet accounts. So I'm not talking about enterprise or Avis. I'm talking about actual fleet companies that have 100 trucks, 50 trucks, and I'm not talking about Amazon vans either. That's also another stream of income. Amazon vans, because those vans are all public. I mean, they're all private companies, and they need to get their van fixed. And Amazon is very strict on the condition of their vans. They want their vans to be looking good. So there's a bunch of different streams of revenue that we can go after. Uh, and it's just somebody needs to give you the guidance on how to get those. We can also go after contracts where you're actually bidding on jobs. You know what I mean? And there's resources that will actually help you do the bidding for you if you're a small business. So there's a bunch of different ways to get some good income instead of just really going to the just going to what was I going to say? There's a bunch of different streams of income we can tap into. So how about injury attorneys? The thing with injury attorneys is the majority of the jobs are going to be rear end hits, and a lot of attorneys they want a kickback. So they want something on the back end because it's usually not the attorney, it's usually the paralegal, or it's usually the runner, because if the attorney was involved in like making those deals, he'll probably get in trouble. So what they do is they'll send like the middleman, and the middleman will be like, hey, we're gonna send you work, but we just want, hook me up on the back end. And what happens is it becomes another job for you to manage, because let's say they're sending you jobs, you already know like the insurance is not, they don't want to pay a lot of money for things, so you're already kind of having to work on a very small budget to get this vehicle fixed. On top of that, this guy wants, $300. He wants $500 cash, you know, for the job. That money has to come from somewhere. On top of that, he's probably going to want you to save the deductible. So sometimes they ask for too much. What if I work with attorneys? What I tell them is I say, hey, look, what we'll do is we'll make sure that your client is taken care of. We'll make sure that we update them. We'll make sure that we'll deal with the insurance company. We'll make sure that we get the vehicle fixed right. If they want a tour of the repair center of the office where the vehicle is at, I'll give them the tour. That way they feel comfortable and they're confident that the vehicle is going to be fixed right. Because at the end, what happens is it makes us look good and it makes you look good. And if it makes you look good, you're going to get more work. You're going to get more clients because you had a process for every step of the way. And so most insurance companies don't like, most attorneys, they want to use their homie's shop, and they give them kickback, and they make a mess, and that's fine. What is the best way to start to grow a social media page uh, that that can the kind of content and information shared to the public? Well, what about your business page? Oh, that's Mr. Gomez. So Francisco, are you do you have a shop too? So Mr. Gomez, Francisco, the Facebook thing is going to be one way that you can make the Facebook grow is like I was sharing with Gilbert, is you have to make videos that add value. So you want to share videos that educates the people on like what you're actually doing. Okay. Uh, and to, because they want something that's going to benefit them. So when someone watches a video, like think about this: when someone watch a video, they're thinking two things. They're like, okay, what's in it for me? What am I going to learn from this? And or is it funny? Is it going to make me laugh, or am I going to learn something? Because it's entertainment. So you're either going to educate them or you're going to entertain them. That's why people that make funny videos they get a lot of views because they're entertaining. Okay, that's why like if you watch a video of someone talking about something, they're adding value, so they're teaching you something, you're learning something, so you feel like you got something from that. Okay, uh, educate them. So one thing that I would suggest is look, start off simple, right? So look, what are five things that people should do if they get in an accident? Okay. And so if you write the five things down, that's five videos there. You don't have to do all five in one video. You can say, hey, I'm going to give you a tip today on one thing you should know if you get in an accident, right? And you share, make sure you get witnesses, make sure you get photos and, and add value, or you can do all five in one video if you want, like I was talking with Gilbert, make a video on like, the different clear coats, make a video on why y'all have to blend, make a video on like, how to clear how to clean up the headlights, make a video on how to change the key fob battery. You know what I mean? All this stuff is going to be very valuable because someone's going to see and you're going to come across as an expert. Okay. And it takes time. It takes time to do the videos. So at first you're gonna kind of be like, oh, that video sucked or no one watched it. Just keep doing it. You have to be consistent with it, be consistent with it. But like I said, growing the Facebook, just because you have a lot of likes and you have a lot of followers or doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna make money. Okay. Because the thing with the collision industry is like you don't have an actual product to sell them. So the service that we provide is not something they need. You understand? I mean, it's not something they want, It's something that kind of happens accidentally. So the thing is like the videos are just to kind of keep you present and keep them in mind if something happens. So I mean, the other way that you're gonna, grow your business is you're gonna have to go out there and meet some people. Uh, one thing that we did was, I'll give you some tips here. You can go to, it's called got print got print.com. Okay. And dot print print print.com. You can go in there and you can make some stickers. Okay. They're little stickers and you can add your information on there. Okay. uh then you can go like to the dollar store, the Dollar Tree, or wherever you want to go, and you could buy a lot of like snacks, like cookies or candies or whatever you want to buy, and you could put your stickers on there. Okay, when you visit offices of the agents, leave those candies there, and it has your information on there. So all you're doing is you're building a relationship. You understand? You can also do this with the Firestones. You can also do this with uh, oil with the brake check. You can do it with Pep Boys. You can do it with O'Reilly's. You can do it with AutoZone. You can do it with Napa. Because they all interact with people that have vehicles. You understand? And all you're doing is you're just kind of putting your putting your energy out there to attract more customers. You understand? And it takes time to do that, but that's how you're going to grow the business. And the thing is, like I talked to a couple guys about this. They always tell me, hey, I said, how are you getting business now? And they say, oh, we're getting business through word of mouth. Like we have a good reputation. Like we're word of mouth. Okay. Well, word of mouth only has a certain amount of value to it. Okay. And I can guarantee you word of mouth is like, hey, go talk to my friend Gilbert, or go talk to my friend Francisco, because just tell him you know me, he'll hook you up. He'll hook you up. Go talk to Gil, he'll hook you up. You know what I'm saying? And so they're going under the impression that you're gonna give them a good deal already. So is word of mouth really that good? You understand? Because how about if you go out and you promote yourself as an industry expert, and someone says, hey man, I know you do good work. Like I just want to get my car fixed there. Do what you got to do, man. I'm gonna pay the deductible, take care of the insurance company. If there's anything that I need to do extra, like let me know. I'll take care of it. And so now it allows you to do the job that you want to do properly, you know. So the thing is like you want to have your standards higher than everybody else, because if someone says, why should I take my car to this guy, like who why is this guy, uh, you know why should I take my car to him? And they're like, well, he's like an industry, like he's an expert, like he's an industry expert, he's almost like a specialist with this. So the specialists get paid more money. For example, if you break your leg and you have to go to a foot doctor, a foot specialist, the foot specialist is going to make more money than the regular general doctor, because he's a specialist. You know what I'm saying? So, and all he did was he focused on educating the people, and he became an industry expert on the foot. You understand? So that's the same thing that you have to apply to the your repair shop. There's nothing different, and and uh, it starts with building of the brand. And the brand is important because look, like if you see our logo, this is our logo. It has a car. See it? That's our logo. It's certified. So we can make stickers that say certified, and people will know what it is. You see, so it's brandable, and it's not like Stan's collision work. You know what I mean? It's not like Stan's, because now it's a company. You understand? So it's a company on its own. And so it's a brand. So you want to create that brand so people remember the brand, they remember the logo, or phrase, or whatever you want to do that. And so it's all these little things that will allow you to stand out. And it actually makes your business more valuable, because you do have the branding in place. You do have the credibility in place, and people know the brand. They don't necessarily maybe know the owner, but they know the brand. That's more important, because that means that if you want to exit, you can sell the company. You know what I'm saying? Because they want the company name, they want that brand. They don't care about the owner. You understand? Versus if it's like it's say Stan's Collision, it's going to be harder for Paul to buy Stan's Collision. His name's not Stan, and so they're gonna be like, "Why'd you buy Stan's Collision, Paul?" He's like, "I don't know." You know what I'm saying? Empire Bodywork. That's good. I mean, that's good. Yeah. Empire Bodywork. What you can do is so what I would suggest, Francisco. Do you have a logo? I'm gonna give you some game right here. Look, do you have Do you have a logo, like an actual logo, maybe like of Bodywork is good. Like, do you have a logo though? Okay, got it. Okay. So I was gonna say, like, if you want to experiment with some logos, you can go to Fiverr and you can get some logos made. You know what I mean? And the logos speak a lot too. Fiverr, you can make some logos for pretty cheap. You know, and what's cool about making the logos, you can put them anywhere. You can once you have that, it's a PNG file. You can put it on shirts, you can put it on hats, you can put it on keychains, pins. Like you can put it on whatever you want. And that's how you can brand your company. Especially if you get stickers from Got Print, you can actually upload your logo there, and you can put them on whatever you want. Postcard flyers, all that stuff. So I know right now, like TikTok videos are getting a lot for collision shops. So if maybe look around to see what other shops are doing the TikToks, and maybe start with doing some TikTok stuff. You know what I mean? One thing that's cool about the TikTok is like you don't have to really make like a educational video. You can make a before and after video, but more in a transition. You understand? Because people like the transition and the music to it, so it looks pretty cool, and you can also add font to it. So that's one cool thing about the TikTok is like it's more visual, and and you know how they say like a picture says 1,000 words, a video probably says 1,000,000 words. You know what I'm saying? So leverage that. Leverage that, and plus and like a lot of people use TikTok to search things up. You'll be surprised. Like if you're gonna go out of town, you're gonna say, okay, best food in LA, best food in Dallas. best shop in Texas, or best shop in Houston. So people also look up that way as well. So people use TikTok to search up restaurant places or places to go. Best place to fix my car in Arizona. You understand? Like you'll kind of stand out, and it's just one way to put your business out there and to attract new clients. You understand? Hey guys, I appreciate y'all joining in. We're also on YouTube. I don't know if anybody had any questions on YouTube, but I appreciate y'all's time for watching. And Gilbert, man, I appreciate the questions, man, because see, like I would rather answer your questions and go over my notes. You understand? Because my notes are probably not exactly what you want to hear, because now we talked about specifically what you're trying to do with your business. And that's the goal of this webinar, is to really target on, hey, what are you trying to figure out? Let's see if we can overcome this obstacle. I'll give you some strategies, and then we'll go from there. All right, Francisco. I'll see y'all next Tuesday. Hit me up on Instagram and let me know if y'all want to know more about the Certified Elite. It's only for a few people, man, and you will have access to my resources, and you will have my personal line to help you with supplements, to help you with marketing, to help you how to get paid on certain things, maybe storage, how to add additional lines on your estimates, how to get paid for those lines, how to document it, how to start it's called a production grid, how to start a production grid, a couple ways to hire if you're looking for some office help. How do you hire someone that can really balance you out? We have a way to do that. But one thing that I start off everybody with is we start off with strength finders. So I'll start you off doing a strength finders. We'll do a Kobe test, and we'll start to figure out how you really operate, how you really think, and why your decision making is the way it is. And once we get that dialed in, like, you're gonna be on fire, man. I guarantee you're gonna be on fire. I'll show you some stuff that'll blow your mind. But anyway, guys, till next week, I'll see y'all later. And guys, let me know if y'all are interested in the elite, and I'll give you that information. All right.